Hello friends, this is the fourth video on the amine, and in the previous video we have studied the basic nature of the amines and we have compared the basicity of aliphatic amines, aromatic amines and ammonia in succession with the previous video. In this video we will see the chemical reaction of amines and we will basically focus on the alkylation and acylation of amine. In the acylation, we will see one famous reaction, that is benzylation, which is also known as a Schotten-Bowman reaction, which is basically used for the phenol, but it is extended for the amine also. So we know that the amines are basic in nature and the nitrogen possesses lone pair, therefore they act as a nucleophile, and using the nucleophilicity of the amine or the nucleophilic character of the amine, we will see the alkylation and acylation of amine. So let's begin with the alkylation of amine. Being a nucleophile, amine undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction with the alkyl halide, and this process is nothing but the alkylation of amine, where a alkyl group is going to add or attach to the nitrogen. That's why it is also called as a N alkylation. See the reaction here. I will write a primary amine, that is RNH2. When it is treated with alkyl halide, suppose R-X, X may be the chlorine, bromine or iodine. What happens? Here the nitrogen, it is nucleophile, it will attack on this carbon, and the bond between this alkyl and halogen is going to break, and there is a formation of RNH. Then here I will write R dash. Here X minus, it is eliminated. Now this nitrogen possesses a positive charge. It is having a more electronegativity than the hydrogen, therefore it will withdraw the electron from this bond and the positive charge is neutralized, and the hydrogen, it is abstracted by the halogen, so that we get here RNH R dash, and remaining is the HX, which is removed. In this way, a primary amine, that is RNH2, is converted into RNHR, that is the secondary amine, and this process is known as alkylation of amine. Here the alkylation occurs at a nitrogen where one hydrogen is replaced by the alkyl group, therefore it is also a N alkylation. The secondary amine which is formed in the first step, it will also undergoes alkylation with the alkyl halide, that is R-X. Here the lone pair on the nitrogen, and this nitrogen again attack on this alkyl group, that is carbon, and this halogen is removed from this bond, and here we get R, then N, which is attached to the hydrogen. On this side there is R dash, and on this side I will write here R dash. Here the X minus, which is removed, it will abstract this hydrogen, and there's a positive charge on the nitrogen, which is neutralized by the shifting of the electron from this bond on the nitrogen, so that we get Rn R dash, here R dash, a tertiary amine. Here HX is removed. Now this tertiary amine undergo again alkylation, that is N alkylation, with the another molecule of alkyl halide, and there is a quaternization of this nitrogen, and we get here, I will write directly the product R dash, then R dash, and here again a R dash, a positive charge on the nitrogen, and here there is a X minus. In this way, the quaternization of the nitrogen take place when we carried out the alkylation. So the primary amine gives a secondary amine, then tertiary amine, and uh, ammonium salt, that is quaternary ammonium salt. And all this process is known as a alkylation, and the alkylation occurs at a nitrogen, therefore it is a N-alkylation. If we take the secondary amine as a reactant, then we get a tertiary amine, then finally we get a quaternary ammonium salt. Now we will write a specific example here. I will put a CH3 group instead of alkyl, that is R. CH3NH2, that is methanamine. When it is treated with, suppose, C2H5Cl, it will attack here. Then there is a breaking of carbon halogen bond, that is CX. It will broken down, and there is a formation of carbon nitrogen bond, and here we get a product, that is a CH3NH C2H5. It is N-methyl ethanamine. It will further converted into, when it is treated with a C2H5Cl again, it will produce a CH3, then nitrogen, then C2H5, then here a C2H5. Here we will write N-ethyl, N-methyl ethanamine, and again if it is treated with, that is a C2H5Cl, it will produce a quaternary ammonium salt like this. This is the nitrogen which is attached to the C2H5. Here again a C2H5, on this side a CH3, and here a C2H5. Nitrogen possesses a positive charge, and here a Cl minus. It is the quaternary ammonium salt. Now when we look upon the reaction of methanamine with the ethyl chloride, it is clear that it is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now we will see the acylation of amine. Like alkylation reaction, amine also shows a acylation reaction. In the acylation reaction, one of the hydrogen which is attached to the nitrogen is replaced by a acyl group, that is RCO group, and this incoming acyl group is going to attach with the nitrogen. That's why this is also called as a N-acylation of amine. To carry out the acylation of amine, we have to use acyl halide or anhydride, that is RCOO-COR, or we can use a ester, RCOOR dash. By using these reagents, we can convert amines into the amides. So I will write the reaction for a primary amine, that is RNH2. It is going to convert into RNHCOR. Here you can find one of the hydrogen from this NH2 group is replaced by COR, that is hydrogen is replaced by RCO. Therefore, this is called as a acylation reaction. Generally, in this reaction, pyridine is used as a base which can neutralize the acid which is produced in the reaction. So I will write here a pyridine which is used for the neutralization of the acid which is formed in the acylation reaction. So we will take three examples. First of all, I will write the reaction for acid halide, that is methylamine plus acid halide or COCl here. It is a methyl amine or methanamine when it is treated with the acid chloride, that is CH3COCl acyl chloride, in presence of a pyridine which is a base. Then what happens? It will attack here on this carbon. Then the double bond between oxygen and carbon, it will break and the electron are shifted on the oxygen. And when the electrons are shifted here, there is a negative charge on the oxygen, but this oxygen shows a back bonding where the electron from the negative charge they shift here, and there is again a formation of double bond, so that a Cl is removed and there is a breaking of carbon Cl bond, and it will give a CH3, then a nitrogen which is attached to the two hydrogen, then here a CO group and here a CH3. This Cl, it is eliminated and it will then abstract this hydrogen, as this nitrogen possesses a positive charge. The electron from this bond they are shifted here and it will neutralize a positive charge on the nitrogen, so that here we get a SCl which is removed and a formation of NHCOCH3. It is a amide. Now on this nitrogen there is a presence of methyl group, so I will write here N-methyl. This is the acetamide. So here we get N-methyl acetamide as a product, and here in this reaction SCl is formed and it is neutralized by this pyridine. In this way, methanamide is converted into N-methyl acetamide. Now let us take the reaction for anhydride. I will write here a CH3NH2 once again plus anhydride. The structure I will write here a COCH3. On this side I will write a COCH3, acetic anhydride. Then here I will write a pyridine. Similar strategy is used. This nitrogen will attack on this carbonyl carbon. Then again the bond between this, it will shift the electron on the oxygen. There is a formation of negative charge. Then back bonding is observed, and after the back bonding there is a breaking of carbon and oxygen bond, so that I will write here a formation of a CH3COO minus, that is carboxylate ion. It is the carboxylate ion, and then CH3NH2, that is like this. Then this nitrogen is attached with this carbon, that is CO, and here a CH3. This carboxylate ion, it will abstract this electron, the positive charge on the nitrogen. It is neutralized by the breaking of nitrogen hydrogen bond, and here we get a formation of once again a CH3NH COCH3 N-methyl acetamide, and this carboxylate ion, it is converted into CH3COOH. It is a acetic acid. It is neutralized by pyridine. So that Methanamine is once again converted into the N-methylacetamide when it is treated with the acetic anhydride. Now, let us take the reaction of amine and ester. So, I will write once again methanamine, that is methanamine or methylamine plus CH3 CO OCH3, that is the ester. Here, once again, nitrogen will attack on this carbonyl carbon, then oxygen becomes negatively charged. It will shows a back bonding and there is a breaking of carbon oxygen bond. And here we get a CH3 NH2, then CO and CH3. It will loses a methoxide ion. Then this nitrogen is positively charged. Then this methoxide ion will abstract this hydrogen, and the electron from this bond they are shifted on the nitrogen. So here we get a CH3OH and a final product here, a NHCOCH3, that is N-methyl acetamide. So amine, when it is treated with either acid halide, anhydride or ester, they gives corresponding amides. And here the hydrogen is replaced by acyl group. In this way, the acylation is observed in case of amine. Now suppose hydrogen of amine is replaced by this type of group, that is a COPH. In acylation, hydrogen is replaced by a COR. Here R is the alkyl group, but in this case, this is the pH and this total group is known as a benzoyl. So it means that hydrogen is replaced by benzoyl group. Therefore, this reaction is called as a benzoylation reaction. It is basically observed in a phenol, and this benzylation reaction is also known as a Schotten-Bowman reaction, where the amines are benzoylated to the corresponding product in presence of alkali. So let's see the Schotten-Bowman reaction. This benzylation or Schotten-Bowman reaction is used to benzylate a aromatic amine. It may be a primary amine or a secondary amine. That is, a primary and secondary aromatic amine, they shows a benzylation reaction when they treated with a benzyl chloride in presence of alkali. So we will take the reaction of aniline. This is the aniline. It is a primary aromatic amine. When it is treated with a benzyl chloride, that is PHCOCl, I will write the structure here, COCl, in presence of alkali, that is a 10% NaOH. Now, as like in a acylation, it also involves the attack of this nitrogen on the carbonyl carbon, and there is a removal of a Cl, and here we get a Cl minus ion which is removed, and the product in the intermediate step, that is NH2 here, then it is attached to the CO, and here I will write another benzene ring. The nitrogen possesses a positive charge. Now the Cl, it will abstract one of the hydrogen, and the bond between this will shift the electron on the nitrogen, and we get a final product, that is NHC double bond O. Again I will write here a second aromatic ring. So it is named as a N-phenyl benzamide. Nitrogen possesses phenyl ring, that's why N-phenyl, and remaining structure is nothing but the benzamide. And look at the structure or look at the product here. A Cl is going to combine with the hydrogen, therefore SCl is eliminated in this reaction, and to neutralize the SCl, alkali, that is NaOH, is used. In this way, a Cotton-Bowman reaction is observed in case of primary and secondary aromatic amines, which gives a corresponding amide as a product. So this is all about the alkylation, acylation, and benzylation of the amine. Here, the hydrogen is replaced by either alkyl group, or hydrogen is replaced by acyl group, or the hydrogen is replaced by the benzo. So with this, we will stop here. And in the next video, we will see how the amines are differentiated, or how the amines are identified by the chemical reaction. That is, we will see the carbylamine test or carbylamine reaction. We will see the Hinsberg test or a reaction of amine with the Hinsberg reagent, and a reaction of amine with the nitrous acid. From all these reactions, we can differentiate primary amines, secondary amines, and tertiary amine, or aliphatic amines and aromatic amines. So till then, keep watching the videos and keep studying. Thank you very much.